Hello, you're welcome to Gist Arena. All we do is and gist. We discuss topical, trending, and exciting topics, and we have fun while at it. We invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy each thrilling moment of and gist. All right. Hello. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Adenike. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Good evening, Doc. How are you doing? How has your day been?
I'm great. I'm doing very well, thank you. So how is Nigeria treating you?
It is well. That's all I can say. From that
Yeah.
trains are bashing buses. You shocked me.
Oh wow. Anyway, we move, Abby. We keep
At the
pushing.
special grace of God.
Yeah.
Yes, so.
All right. So welcome to Gist Arena. It's been a while.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Tammy. You are welcome to Gist Arena.
You. Thank you.
Good to hear your voice. So after how many years?
It's way.
And this daily,
way.
oh my God. This daily is daily.
Wow.
Nice
to, you're really looking great.
Thank you.
All right, so let's quickly get into the gist. We don't have too much time to spend. Welcome once again to Gist Arena. Now I'm going to dive quickly into the gist that we have today. It's one movie that I watched a while ago. I'll just tell us the gist of the whole story. So this guy was in love with his wife, of course. I mean, as he should be, as in he was crazily in love with his wife and everything like that. And they went on with their lives, beautiful life. No children yet, but they were just the two of them. But then an unfortunate incident happened. The wife was on a journey, and then an unfortunate accident happened, and it was so ghastly that, according to the findings at that time, every person in that vehicle got burnt beyond recognition. So the only way they could identify the wife was by I think her identity card or something like that. Anyway, the news got to the guy, and the grieving and everything. Now, this lady had a best friend, and of course, the best friend is like the friend of the family. So the best friend also is friends with the husband. Anyway, fast forward to both of them grieving together. The younger brother of the husband was like, he told the best friend to the dead wife now, or the late wife, that please so help me take care of my brother, and everything like that. She encouraged the guy to, take up dancing as a form of therapy. And in the process, they became even closer. And well, one thing led to the other, blah, blah, blah. They had sex and, and all of that. So, well, the friend was, of course, she felt like she had betrayed a friend, and she tried to withdraw, from the guy, but the guy now, I think he had started catching feelings, so he pursued her relentlessly, and long story short, they got married. Now, one day like that, this best friend now, who is now the new wife, was 8 months pregnant, and the doorbell rang. She went to the door, and look who we have here. The dead wife had resurrected. So what happened was that she was in the vehicle, yeah, but then when the accident happened, she was thrown out, of the vehicle, And so she was not part of the people that were burnt. But then, of course, she had severe injuries, and she was taken to a medical, center or whatever, and she was taken care of. But then she also lost her memory, so she didn't remember, her former life. But after a while, she regained her memory, and she's now back, to home. But here is her best friend pregnant for her husband. So of course, the late wife, who is now back to life, is saying the best friend has to go. But then the husband, who is now in love with the best friend, does not agree with that. And so that's the gist of the story. So if this matter was brought to you, what would you advise either the guy or all of them in that situation?
If I were to be the late wife, sincerely, I will not go back. For my husband to told his granddad, my friend must stay, then I have to leave them. That means the love is no longer there. So that means he doesn't love me again. So I don't have to beg for love. No. If he doesn't love me again, then I have to walk away.
Strong woman. I like that.
That is it, because I can't force myself on him. Once I force myself on him, there won't be peace in that home. He will definitely continually shit on me. So what's now the point of forcing myself on him? Since for him to even use his mouth to say that, no, he wants my best friend to stay, that both of us, he can't even handle both of us. It's not possible. There's no there will be peace in that one for two best friends to be in that house. No, there won't be peace.
Yeah.
The jealousy will always be there. So I will leave them.
I agree.
So I should carry my cross. And thank God I've not had any kiss for him. So I'll definitely move on.
So for me, what I think is that first of all, the covenant that the man and the ex-date wife, whatever we want to call it, had ended when a death certificate was issued on her behalf. So the woman, if she's coming back, in my opinion, she no longer has a valid marriage. So it's not going to be subject to the availability of the man, because the only reason why he could marry the second woman and it will not be considered bigamy is because he tendered a death certificate. So now she needs to go and prove that she's alive and that she's the same person. So for me, I don't think her just showing up at the doorstep kind of invalidates everything. And then, I'm just wondering, what was her ID card doing when she was flung out? The story never clear.
But let's be sincere, it's just after 8 months. So why would the husband just move on immediately after 8 months? Why?
You have a good point on that too.
Okay.
So I think
wait.
Just so fast.
Yeah, wait first. I didn't get you said, Nollywood now, they can be very funny with their storyline.
Yeah.
But she was thrown out of the vehicle. So it's possible that her purse was in the vehicle, but then she got, thrown out. Well, according to them, that's let's not even delve into that. Now, Adeleke, you also mentioned death certificate, and I'm wondering, well, we're not sure. Was there death certificate, because they couldn't
even at that, I think the death certificate must still go out with my friend, with my best friend for that matter. No.
Okay, so for me, for him to have been able to legally marry the friend, he had to demonstrate that his former wife was dead. For him to not.
Of course, she wasn't found, so we would assume that she was. And she was in that vehicle. Okay, I guess they would have been able to establish that she was, a passenger in that vehicle. So it would be assumed, even if there is no death certificate, it would be assumed that she had passed like the others, right?
Since every one of them were both beyond recognition.
My own understanding is that for him to have a legal marriage with the second woman, he had to demonstrate that the first woman was dead. Otherwise, he's guilty of bigamy. So if he did not tidy that in, then the woman, the first wife, now has, in terms of the law, she has the right to come back and say that you didn't prove I was dead. You didn't carry out all the necessary investigations required for you to conclude that I died. So I think that part is also the part. But I like what Amy said. I wouldn't want to be fighting over someone that was with somebody else.
Okay,
looking at it from the legal
but you can actually sue them with that anyway. She can actually sue. Yeah.
and then get both of them in prison for 5 years.
Shy. 5
Hmm.
years.
Both of them were away. Yeah.
But
That's good now.
okay, well,
But do you have
well,
such law in Nigeria? Does it really stand in Nigeria,
Yes,
that law?
that's the Nigerian Marriage Act. Yes. That's
wait,
Mm,
wait. I
that's
can't
good.
recall, if there was anything like that, from the movie. But then I guess if, I mean, if she was considered dead, like she was proclaimed dead with the others, I'm not sure the man necessarily had to kind of like now go ahead and prove it. How would he prove it? I mean, burnt beyond recognition. So how is he going to prove if he's able to?
No matter
If,
what, whether it's gone beyond recognition or even missing, if you agree that, if everyone is agreeing that this person is now dead, there needs to be a death certificate that,
Certificates,
because
yeah.
because it's
Okay.
possible as well that she has some, maybe there were some benefits that the man had even assessed. So for
Mhm.
him
Okay.
to get any of these things, he has to
I'm
tender a
just,
death
I'm
certificate.
sorry, I'm asking these questions because I mean, for information's sake now. So,
Yes.
if you needed to, who's going to issue the death certificate? Would it
At
need to
the
go
at,
to
at
one
court
hospital,
now?
or
No.
you would need to go
You
to
have
court
to,
or something?
I think you would have to approach
I
the
think
court,
the
and then
local
maybe the
government
court
or
would.
so.
Okay, okay,
Like
Exactly,
local
something
government.
along the line. So,
Mm.
so yeah,
okay,
he needs to demonstrate that she's
to
truly dead
demonstrate.
before he can.
Mm.
All right, very well. So let's assume that he demonstrated that, I mean, this woman is, and I want to believe that, I mean, if he really loved the way they portrayed it, maybe he actually had to, I mean, he would have gone to that extent so that he could now move on with another woman. So this best friend, what would you say about it? Do you think it was okay for her to have, I mean, yeah, maybe something happened and maybe it was a mistake or blah, blah, and Ulaba or whatever, but would
Baba Blue. If
was it
actually
now
she's a
was
really
it now
good best
okay
friend,
for her
definitely our
to
conscience will always judge her.
was it
Our
okay for
conscience.
her to now go ahead and marry the guy?
If I were to be in that best friend's shoe, I will not go ahead. So far, my
Okay.
friend is awake, is back. No, I will not
No,
go ahead.
the friend at that time, the friend is assumed dead.
Okay.
So like she's dead. But even with her death, do you think it was okay for her to?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, they had made a mistake and all of that, but then now actually really going to get married, I mean, getting married to the guy. What would you say about that? I didn't get what do you have to say about that?
Okay. As far as I'm concerned, the best friend had her eyes on the guy to start with.
Before,
Because
yeah.
for me, 8 months is too short. As in within 8 months, people have got finished, people have married, people have carried belly, you have married, and now get any lower. I don't know the English of any lower, but they'll get somebody.
No, but
Exactly.
it's
Our
not
eyes was,
she was
our eyes
8
was
months
on the
pregnant.
guy
You know
before.
that the time, all that time before, the time they were grieving and everything. So let's add it and let's just say 1 year, but even at that
once in 1 year,
Too
no.
short.
It's too short.
It's too short.
okay,
Even it's
now
3 years, she doesn't have the right even to go ahead with the man.
Yeah, because that's what I
Let's
wanted
just
to
say 10 years. She doesn't have to go ahead with the man. No.
So it's not about the time
It's not about
frame
the
now.
time frame. No.
This person is your best friend's husband, so you shouldn't even go there at all, right?
Okay, so
So
for me,
yes.
I would like to speak to that. For
Okay.
me, I feel like I struggle a lot with people saying that they want to legislate they want to legislate from the grave. If, for example, the man and the best friend find out that they are honestly attracted to each other, and they believe that, we as Christians, we believe that there's something about somebody being God's choice for you and all that, and they really have that connection. Are we going to say that because of the fact that this lady had been friends with the man's wife before, so she can't go? And for me, if, for example, if they had kids, if the man had kids with his first wife, so I probably want to prefer that is the wife's best friend that has feelings for the woman, that would want to care for the kids. The wife's best friend.
For the kid without marrying the man, though. Hey. She can be there for the kid without marrying the man, please.
So for me, I struggle with that. I feel like once the person has died. You shouldn't be holding
You know,
Yeah.
let the dead
beyond.
rest in peace.
But according to
But
no,
what
this
we do
this
is the
this can be
timing.
realistic when it is in a Western world, but in our culture, Nigeria culture, people will see
There's
it in
nothing in
another
our
way.
culture.
What's with the culture?
In our culture. And for me, culture is
So we feel
dynamic.
like in Nigerian culture, it's Oyibo that will not even feel anything, that will just carry on like that. They will not even think twice. But
No, but
in Nigeria,
wait, tell me, the culture that
yeah,
you're talking about now, is it not the same culture that would ask a man to marry, his brother's wife? His late brother's wife?
If a man can marry his brother's wife,
that's
why can't
true.
he marry his wife's best friend?
So, I mean, what culture is this? But then I
But
understand
then,
again that
again,
it really does look like
but
betrayal.
then she will have to face a lot of opposition.
Coming in with my Nollywood mind, I'll begin to suspect the best friend and the husband. I'll be like them plan the woman's death. And then I
It'll be
also wanted to
possible.
point out the issue of the patriarchy involved, because if it was a woman getting married within a year after your husband dies is almost a taboo.
That's story for another day. That's story for but I mean, we all know that when it comes to what is expected of the man and what is expected of the woman, there is double standards. I mean, there are double standards.
Exactly. So many
That,
things make can escape through so many things.
yeah, we will probably talk about that, one of these days. Well, anyway, for me, I think I stand on the fence here. I can understand, or those who would say that the friend betrayed a friend, and then I mean, like Tammy, I can understand, a point, and I also understand Adenike's point that, I mean, at this time, if the friend is dead, and honestly, it didn't really look like, at least from, if I remember, it didn't look like there was anything, there before, but because now they are grieving together, so the proximity, and we know what proximity can do. Do you understand? So the proximity and all of that, they started having all of those feelings for each other and everything. So the point now is, should you not? And I think there is no right or wrong answer here. It depends on perspective. That's where I'm coming from. I think it depends on, what perspective you're looking at it from, whether it's right or wrong. If the lady is dead, then, I mean, well, I'm not going to rain on the friend's parade, but then I can very much understand if people also think it's betrayal, or girl code, that kind of thing. I don't believe in it.
Against code,
Well, I don't somehow I don't really believe in that girl code thing, because I feel like who writes these laws for us anyway? But then again, it's all about perspective. So to round it up, who should go? Oh, okay, I think you've answered. Amy said she will, if she was the wife.
I will leave them more.
I don't care. Well, what do you think?
For me, it depends on whether a death certificate was issued or not.
Okay. So if there is a death certificate, then the new wife stays. I mean, the old wife, sorry, the late wife does not have any jurisdiction anymore.
Yes.
Okay.
But in this case, the husband said they want the new wife to stay.
I want to address that. So if he insists that he wants the new wife to stay, then he has to go and do the regularize their marriage. Otherwise, the ex-late wife has the legal ground to sue both of them and get compensation. Then after which she will now divorce the guy herself.
No, wait.
And then
sorry, you already said that if there's a death certificate, the ex-late wife doesn't have any jurisdiction against.
Exactly.
I know. So I'm looking at the scenario where there was none.
Where there was no. Okay. All right. So
in that case, you should go ahead.
Tell me.
Yeah.
Sorry, you seem to be upset about the fact that the guy, said that
exactly that works alone for him to say no. He prefers the other one.
you know that he has grieved
I
this
know.
woman and he has forgotten, I mean, that time has
It's
passed. Now he's in
less
love
than
with
a
someone
year.
else.
Less than a year. So all the things that we share together, all the time we share together, all those memories, just forget just like that because we found my
The
friend.
man he has, the man he has in his body, only lower.
You have a
Is it-
point there, though.
uh,
Hi.
we share memories together. We share a lot of things together. I just let those things go because of my friends. I know.
Oh, Apostle must share this. At the end, last, I love
I love everybody.
Everybody. Oh my God.
Okay.
I will even appreciate
All
it
right.
if there is no death certificate, so I can sue both of them. They will be able to pay. They will
She
pay
should
for
do
it.
that, and then afterwards,
And by
now
that time,
walk
they will not
away.
start begging. When that thing that comes, they will not start begging. They will have the paper,
Oh,
they will go. They will not come back and start begging. That's bad. And the family will now come in there. They will not start begging. But the families were there,
Funny,
seeing all those things happening.
Funny,
My
you
best
don't write,
friend
you
is
don't
so.
write Nollywood movie.
Eh?
There's
She has a
three parties, right?
there's going to be a part 2 or something. All right. Thank you, Temi, for joining us. Thank you, Adenike. Cynthia couldn't be here for some reasons, that's beyond our control. But hopefully, the next episode, she will be able to join us. All right. I want to throw this to the audience now. What do you think? Who should go? Do you think the friend should have married, our best friends or our late best friend's husband? What do you think about the man actually, moving on that quickly? And when the wife appeared, insisting that this best friend, this new love, should stay, rather than, the wife he claimed he loved and grieved, for, while they believed she was dead. So would like your comments, and please don't forget to share, to follow, and peace be unto you.
Thank you so much for joining us on today's episode of Gisterena. We hope you enjoyed the topic discussed. Please drop your comments and let us know what you think about it. We'll definitely love to hear from you. Until next time, bye!